Welcome back to Elite Counts, where we bring you the most fascinating and mind-blowing top 10 lists from around the world. If you love diving into the unknown and exploring the mysteries that defy explanation, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're uncovering the top 10 unsolved mysteries that still baffle the world. These are the puzzles that keep scientists, historians, and conspiracy theorists up at night. Get ready for a journey into the unexplained. At number 10, we have one of the most perplexing modern-day aviation mysteries, the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370. On March 8, 2014, the Boeing 777 departed from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, bound for Beijing, China, with 239 people on board. But just a few hours after takeoff, the plane vanished from radar. Despite extensive searches in the Indian Ocean, only small pieces of debris have been recovered. The main wreckage and the bulk of the aircraft remain missing to this day. Families of the passengers are left without closure, as experts can't explain how such a large, sophisticated aircraft could simply disappear in an age of advanced satellite tracking and global communication. Theories range from catastrophic mechanical failure to deliberate hijacking, but no concrete answers have emerged. Flight MH370's disappearance remains a painful and unsolved tragedy. At number 9, we venture into the cosmos with one of the most tantalizing signals ever received by human technology, the WOW signal. On August 15, 1977, a team at the Big Ear Radio Observatory in Ohio picked up a 72-second-long signal from deep space, seemingly coming from the constellation Sagittarius. The signal was so strong and unique that astronomer Jerry Amon circled the data printout and wrote, "Wow," next to it, giving the signal its iconic name. For years, scientists have tried to explain the signal's origin. Was it a message from an extraterrestrial civilization, or just an anomaly caused by a passing comet or celestial body? Despite numerous attempts, the signal has never been detected again, leaving us to wonder, did we miss our one shot at first contact? At number 8, we find ourselves in the freezing Ural Mountains of Russia, at the site of the Dyatlov Pass incident, a mystery that continues to haunt investigators and conspiracy theorists alike. In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers set out on an expedition into the snow-covered wilderness. Days later, they were found dead under bizarre circumstances. Their tent was torn open from the inside, and the hikers had fled into the freezing night without adequate clothing or gear. Some of their bodies bore strange injuries. One had a fractured skull, others had broken ribs, and one was missing her tongue. Despite numerous theories, ranging from an avalanche to military testing, even to extraterrestrial encounters, no official cause of death has ever been determined. To this day, the question remains, what drove these seasoned hikers to such a terrifying and tragic end? At number 7, we turn to one of the most infamous cold cases in American history, the enigma of the Zodiac Killer. Between the late 1960s and early 1970s, a serial killer claimed to have murdered at least 37 people in Northern California, taunting police and media with cryptic letters, ciphers, and a signature symbol. Despite his arrogant communications, the Zodiac was never apprehended, and his true identity remains unknown. Over the years, dozens of suspects have been investigated, and amateur sleuths continue to pore over the killer's coded messages in the hopes of unlocking the final clues. Some of his ciphers remain unsolved, leaving us to wonder if the answer to this chilling mystery lies within the Zodiac's cryptic words, or if the killer took the truth to his grave. Number 6 brings us to a small, sleepy town in New Mexico, Taos, a place with a peculiar auditory mystery known as the Taos hum. Since the early 1990s, some residents of Taos have reported hearing a persistent, low-frequency humming sound that's often described as a low rumble or buzz. What makes this even stranger? Not everyone can hear it. In fact, only a small percentage of the population is affected, and no one can agree on the cause. Theories have ranged from industrial equipment, secret government projects, to natural causes like tectonic activity. But after years of research and testing, the source of the hum remains unidentified, making it one of the most frustrating and persistent audio mysteries. At number 5, we travel back to 1945 to revisit the heartbreaking case of the Sodder children disappearance. On Christmas Eve in Fayetteville, West Virginia, a devastating fire tore through the Sodder family's home. While 5 of the 9 children managed to escape, the remaining 5 were never seen again. Strangely, no bodies or remains were ever found in the wreckage, leading the family to believe that the children had been kidnapped. Over the years, the Sodders received strange letters and leads, but none ever led to a definitive answer. Was it a simple tragedy, or something more sinister? More than 70 years later, the fate of the Sodder children is still a mystery, leaving their descendants to wonder what really happened that fateful night. At number 4, we step back in time to the late 1500s and the fate of the lost colony of Roanoke. When English settlers arrived at Roanoke Island off the coast of modern-day North Carolina, they expected to find a thriving colony. Instead, they were met with an abandoned settlement, homes dismantled, supplies gone, and no sign of struggle. The only clue left behind was the word Croatoan, carved into a tree. Historians have debated for centuries whether the colonists were absorbed into local Native American tribes, fell victim to disease or starvation, or were perhaps wiped out by hostile forces. Despite countless investigations, no one knows for sure what happened to the lost colony, making it one of America's oldest and most enduring mysteries. At number 3, we examine one of the most baffling ancient artifacts ever unearthed, the Phaistos disc. Discovered in 1908 on the Greek island of Crete, this clay disc features 45 unique symbols arranged in a spiral, unlike any known writing system. Dating back over 3,500 years, the disc's purpose and language remain a mystery. Some believe it's a coded religious message, while others think it's a form of lost proto-writing. Despite decades of study, no one has been able to fully decode the symbols, leaving the Phaistos disc as one of archaeology's greatest unsolved puzzles. At number 2, we enter the notorious Bermuda Triangle. This mysterious region of the Atlantic Ocean, stretching between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has been the site of countless disappearances of ships and airplanes. While some attribute these losses to storms or human error, others point to more outlandish explanations: alien abductions, time warps, or even underwater energy fields. The Bermuda Triangle has captivated the imagination of scientists and conspiracy theorists alike. Yet no definitive explanation for the high number of disappearances has been found. Is it just coincidence, or is there something otherworldly lurking in these waters? And finally, at number 1, we have the greatest literary enigma of all time, the Voynich Manuscript. This 240-page book, written in an unknown language or code, has confounded cryptographers, linguists, and codebreakers for over 100 years. Discovered in an Italian monastery in the early 20th century, the manuscript is filled with strange botanical drawings, zodiac charts, and what appear to be medical diagrams. Yet no one knows what it all means. Some believe it's a hoax, while others think it's a lost scientific or alchemical text. Even modern AI and machine learning techniques have failed to crack its code. The Voynich Manuscript remains one of the most mysterious books in the world, and perhaps it's a mystery that will never be solved. The world is full of unanswered questions, and these 10 unsolved mysteries serve as a reminder that there are still things in this universe we can't explain. What do you think? Will any of these mysteries ever be solved? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more deep dives into the unexplained.